So let's get started. So our main event is the instructional focus document. If you hear the TEKS resource people talking about this, or you hear Region 10, they all say it is the heart of TRS, and it really is. So this is where we say to start. You'll see on our updated pacing tools, as well as our unit previews, they both say please start at the IFD first, and that is because it is the heart of TRS. Now, we know those documents are long, and so we're going to show you a path today to kind of chunk it to be able to get to the heart and the meat of all of the great stuff from the IFD. So first, we're going to be looking at the introduction to get an overview of what the student needs to know. So what are some student goals in this unit? Okay, you can also do teacher goals. And then we're going to be jumping into the performance assessments and doing a deep dive there so that we know what should the students be able to show throughout this unit. We are holding tight to our PAs, and we're going to do some work this year where we come together and look at some benchmark student pieces to see what really that should look like. And that should be done throughout the ELAR block throughout the unit. In ELAR, it's part of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, and we have some scaffolds that we'll look at today with that. So when we go to our TRS website and we look at one of our IFDs, the very first part is our introduction, and I wanted to pull this back up. I know many of you have already seen this, but it's been a crazy year and a lot has happened. So I just wanted to come back and kind of point this out. These were new last year, and I have to say, I think TRS did an amazing job with these. I'm really excited about these that they put together. So we'll definitely be looking at our intro. What do they do prior? What do they do during? What do they do after? Please do read these additional notes as well as the research. I think that TRS did a really great job at finding some really powerful and relevant research there. Okay. And in just a second, you'll have a chance to stop and debrief with your PLC and look at these items on the first IFD, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you've done that and you've kind of looked at them and pulled out the student goals for what they need to know through the introduction, you're then going to look at the performance bundles. And as you recall from last year, they are in bundles. One thing I want to point out is over the summer, I did take the Region 10 Designing ELAR lessons with or using TRS as the foundation with Region 10. And by the way, it was myself and lots of RISD teachers. In fact, I think the majority of people that were there were RISD teachers. So yay, RISD teachers, we rock. But one clarification that they put in that I thought was a really great thing to mention here is they did talk about here in these unit understandings and these questions. These are the questions that we're going to use as we're teaching the unit throughout our ELAR block with our kiddos. And these questions right here, these are the questions that you're going to be discussing in your PLCs. So that was a great clarification. And I'm just going to put a little plug in. If you have a chance, I would highly recommend you all taking that training. They are now online and self-paced, so you can take as long as you need. And of course, you will get credit. So let me show you what you're going to do next with your PLCs. So what you're going to do next is you're going to get a blank copy of this slideshow, of the one that looks like this. This is the one we used during our training. And you're going to look at the introduction and pull out what are the goals for this student. What are they going to need to know in this unit? You can see that I've done that. This is the one I used as I did my training. And so this is the one right here that I did for 5th grade. Now, once you've done that and you've gone with your PLC and you've pulled out all your student goals, then you're going to go over to the performance bundles and you're going to say, what do students need to be able to show during this unit in the performance bundles? The PAs are really around 4 themes. So there's usually a reading theme. There's usually a writing PA or reading PA theme, writing PA theme, there's usually a word bundle. Now, this may be embedded in the other PAs, but it is there. And then lastly, a lot of it will include collaboration. I know for that first unit, especially as we're building reading and writing routines, that aspect of collaboration is definitely there. So I'm going to ask you to stop. Hopefully you have time now with your PLCs to dive deep into that IFD and look at the introduction and do your student goals, and look at the PA bundles and figure out what students need to show. I'm going to go ahead and open this document. You'll have to make a copy. That way everybody isn't working on the same doc. You'll be able to keep that for yourself. Sorry, it's taking just a sec. But when it opens, you'll use this slideshow and you'll fill out, like I said, your student goals from your introduction and your PA bundles, what you want kids to be able to show from the PAs. And then you can look back to mine to just to kind of reference what it might look like. All right, I'm going to give you some time now. If you don't have time now, I would encourage you to go back when you did have time so you can work as a PLC and really see the know and the show. All right, I'll see you soon.